You have no right to film me. I know my rights, and I am not complying with this unlawful stop.
He's recording all of my guests that are in my patio. I'd asked him to stop, and my guests are like putting menus in front of their faces as they don't want me recorded or pictures taken, and he will not stop.
Okay, is he still there now?
Yes, he said he was doing an investigation, but couldn't tell me any information on it. So I said if he couldn't stop it, I'd see if I could.
Okay, and where is he currently in the store?
He's not in the store, he's outside. He's right in front of, like, my patio outside. Sidewalk.
Okay. And he's still recording the customers?
Yep, he told me he would not stop.
Okay, I have a call for service. Give us a call back if it escalates in any way, okay?
Thank you.
Of course. All right, bye-bye.
Woof, greetings humans, it's Alder, your Chief of Rights Watch Patrol, back on the scent. Today, my snout has picked up the unmistakable stench of a major Fourth Amendment foul. Let's roll the tape.
Hey, what's up?
Good. Yourself?
Good. So we just got a call from Jolly Pumpkin here saying they don't want you to videotape in this area right here.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
Am I committing a crime?
So they just want you to be moved along from the premises.
Okay.
Have you been trespassing?
I'm not even on their property.
So this is Jolly Pumpkin's property right here.
The public sidewalk is their property? I mean, they clearly broke off what they're using.
This is for seating right here.
This is...
Hey, what's up, bro? Do you mind if I see your ID?
Have I done something wrong?
So they just want you moved along, so we don't know if it's up to go in there and ask them if they want you trespassing or not. On the property.
It all starts when a restaurant manager gets her leash in a giant twist because an auditor is legally filming from a public sidewalk. She actually dials 911 to complain that her customers don't want to be seen while eating outside. Listen, humans, if you want total privacy, you have to eat your kibble inside the house.
So they just want you moved along, so we don't know if it's up to go in there and ask them if they want you trespassing or not on the property. I'm not trying to make it hard for you at all.
I'm not trying to either. I just really believe that I'm on public property, not their property, and therefore I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm taking pictures in public, which is a First Amendment right. I know. Therefore, it shouldn't be ID. I shouldn't be trespassed. I shouldn't be anything. This is where I'm at. I mean,
yeah, I understand. Ultimately, they just don't want you on their property anymore because it can kind of make other people feel uncomfortable in the area. It's making staff feel uncomfortable.
To stop the trespass, I'll move down to the end of their barrel, and then it's confusing to me, but then I'm off their property even though it's public sidewalk, right?
I mean, this is technically like their property here. They have, so if you're on like their premises here, they just don't want you around their business right now because it's making people feel uncomfortable a little bit, so. What are you taking pictures of? Just like students and stuff? Or?
I was just walking along taking pictures until one of their customers called me back and a couple other things, and then I saved.
Okay. Alright. Well, Officer Sermon is in there right now just talking to staff about it, and if anything, they just want you moved along, so we'll just wait a minute here.
Hi. You looking for our manager? Whoever, yes. Okay. She'll probably be the best person to talk to.
Yes, thank you.
We have your candy box right here, okay? Here you go. You're welcome.
Hi. Are you the one that called on him? Okay. You want him trespass?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, of course.
All right, my man. You got your ID on you?
Have I broken the law?
No, they want you trespass, so therefore we have the right to ID.
I have a right to leave then, right?
No. You are now being detained because you are going to be trespassed. I need to identify you before you're trespassed. In order to write you your trespass notice.
That's good. They took the glasses off, man.
Alright. So you're going to trespass me from this sidewalk?
Yeah, you want me to. What's that? No, you're trespassing this establishment.
But I'm not in the establishment.
They have the right to trespass you.
I've never been on their property.
They have the right to trespass you.
So I can stay here.
The sidewalk is public.
So I can stay here.
You have a
You're
First
just
Amendment right.
trespassing me from walking
Correct.
inside.
Correct.
Okay.
No,
I don't know why you would want to do that because they're frustrated with you.
I don't know why they would trespass me from their property without even being on their property.
talking to your back.
They have the right to do that. It is a private establishment. It is a private establishment.
About people talking
That I never entered.
but yet you're talking when I'm watching.
Okay, is that the one from Starbucks?
Right?
If they would like you trespassed, you're trespassing.
If the field house across the street calls you and says they want me trespassed because I'm on a sidewalk, you're going to do it?
Sure.
So anybody,
I highly doubt
you
that
can
that's...
trust anybody off of
I
the sidewalk.
highly doubt that Fieldhouse would call and have you trespass just because you're standing on a sidewalk.
I felt the same way about the Jolly Pumpkin.
Okay.
But that's being proved wrong.
Okay. Call Steven really quick. I'm gonna come over there.
But here comes the real bad boy behavior. The local police roll up, and instead of sniffing out the actual facts, the responding officer walks straight into the restaurant to literally solicit a trespass order. He then marches back outside, illegally detains our auditor and demands his ID under the threat of that trespass. Newsflash, buddy, you cannot trespass a citizen from a public sidewalk when they never even stepped a single paw on private property.
He claims that he never entered the establishment, but it's still private property if they want him trespassed from entering. Yeah, right? I mean, it's a private establishment. If they're uncomfortable with him, I didn't ask them. I can go in there and ask them. He's claiming that he never entered Jolly Pumpkin. But I mean, regardless, it's private property. If they don't want him, and it's not trespassing him from being on the sidewalk. Yeah. Correct. So he's allowed to be there. He's allowed to record. He's allowed to do what he wants. But if they want to trespass him, but they are pretty. I guess I can go talk to them and double check, but. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
8-5, we advise going to be holding a PD accident. Harrison and Kalamazoo, 2 vehicles going through Center Clear, holding 15.
Okay. Alright, I'll go ask them then and establish if he ever entered onto, so like past the barrels, that would be their property, right?
East Lansing units, products are responding, 3500 Village.
Okay.
Willows for a 43-year-old female that slipped and
Okay.
injured.
Alright, sounds good. He's calling you over here. Did you know that? Okay. Alright, sounds good. I'll go inside with them and double check. Alright. I don't know. I think he's just one of those First Amendment guys. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Alright, I'll go double check with them inside really quick. Alright, bye.
We're going to print this.
What?
We're going to print it.
Don't print it yet. I'm gonna go and talk to them inside and see if he ever entered in. And then I'm gonna talk to them and try to, just so there's not issues between them, because he could sue them if they tell us that they want him trespassed, but he never actually entered. Like Steven said it's like a gray line. Like, you could, but I'll be right back.
He called us.
I did.
Okay, where was he?
He's right up front here. He's on the sidewalk. Yeah, he was.
Okay. It's not a crime.
I know. But he's harassing my guests. Like this whole side of my patio, they're all gone because he would not stop recording
Okay,
them.
so those are things you need to tell us. That's
I did. I called the person on the phone and I told them that.
Okay, they didn't tell us that.
Okay, then yes, he would not stop recording them. They had
So you as the manager is saying that he's harassing the guests.
Yes.
They left.
Yes.
You physically observed him in their face getting mad at each other or something?
They put menus in front of their faces. He would not stop recording them. They asked him to stop. He said he would not stop. I asked him what he was doing. He said he was doing an investigation. He couldn't tell me any information on it. I said, okay. I said, we can't get in front of these guests. They clearly don't want you to. Like, they're uncomfortable. He said, I will not stop. I said, well, I guess I might have to call the police. He said, do you think they'll stop me? I said, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
We'll talk to him about that.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Mary.
And you're here for a little bit longer?
All day. Yeah, all day.
That's what the call is.
Right. So you should have never even talked to me. When you see me driving by, went, oh wow, that's guys in public taking pictures.
How do I know?
Can I have my ID back?
Can we find a way to mediate this where there's not an issue between you and Jolly Pumpkin?
Arrest me.
What's he been doing the whole time? As he came inside, as he came up to the door?
No, he's been where he was at, but he's recording all of my guests and they're putting like menus in front of their faces and he will not stop recording them and they keep telling him to stop and he will not stop.
Okay.
He told me he was doing an investigation but couldn't tell me anything about anything and he will not stop. And I said, okay, am I to call the police to see what's going on? He's like, do you think the police will stop me? I said, I guess we'll find out.
Okay. So
It's not my property, I can't get for trespassing, right?
So it's kind of a gray line because he's right in front of your establishment, but he never entered it. But the sidewalk is public property. I'm going to have another chat with my sergeant and see. I am kind of also trying to mediate between you and between him and trying to find, like, if he can just move a block down so that he's done bothering you and then he doesn't have to be trespassed. That would be...
He simply told me he would not stop recording, so he's not going to stop recording. All my guests have been uncomfortable, and that's not good for my business, obviously, or my guests.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay. You're welcome.
That is a massive, unconstitutional fail. Eventually, the pack leader, the police sergeant, arrives on the scene, and suddenly the entire tune changes. They completely backpedal, tuck their tails between their legs, and try to claim they just wanted to mediate the customer's hurt feelings. Sorry, officers, but the Constitution doesn't care about your feelings, and law enforcement is not a customer service hotline for bruised egos. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think of this ridiculous 911 call and the officer's illegal demand for paperwork. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll bark at you later.
I'm not going to coddle the feelings. I was never on their property. First Amendment, you heard of that one? Right? Silence is usually taken as a no. Anyway, what do you want to do here?
I told you what I want to do. I would like to mediate the situation between you and Jolly Pumpkin.
Well, earlier I offered to move down off of the sidewalk in front of their property.
I do not recall that.
Well, do you? No? Okay, well. I offered to move down there, but you were consent with the,
I don't know if I was inside during that. I do not recall that. I apologize for not recalling that. Can we do that now?
No, you forced my ID, man. Now I'm here.
Yes, and I had every reason to force your ID. Okay, I did.
Did you have a suspicion that I committed a crime?
Yes.
What was the call? That guy on the camera taking pictures of their
harassing customers.
That does not say that I was on their property. You went in and solicited trespass. You came out. You got the ID.
I asked him a question.
Because you guys are all ID hungry.
Okay, thank you.
Have they been educated, Sarge?
About you being allowed to film publicly.
Yes.
But guests have left because they felt uncomfortable with you getting in their face. They even covered up their faces, I was told. So now we're looking at harassment too, sir.
The camera's not harassment. I didn't talk to him.
Yeah, but that's what the
I
manager
didn't talk
said.
to him.
So that's what she said. They lost guests because they felt harassed by you.
Based off of how they feel, not based off of how you feel. If they feel harassed in a reasonable...
So that is a crime as well.
It's based off of law.
Yes,
harassment is a crime.
The law is if they feel harassed, a reasonable person would feel harassed. That is harassment.
You feel harassed right now?
Do I know this?
Are you a reasonable person?
I would like to think so.
Okay, well, I'm doing more right now with you than I was them because I wasn't even talking to them.
But it's how they feel, not how I feel.
You just said a reasonable person and you're a reasonable person. I'm feeling that maybe they were unreasonable in their expectations of privacy
and that's where you can.
They could have sat inside, sir.
But they didn't want to. They covered their faces. I was told by the manager, and they left because they're not happy with that. They said they asked you to stop, and there was a little disagreement between you and the guests.
Nope.
That's what I was told.
I didn't say a word.
That's what I was told. So they said they covered their faces, and then they left because they didn't want to be filmed. So I don't know how anybody can feel a certain way, right? You can feel a certain way, they can feel a certain way, and people have the right to feel that way. If they feel a certain way, they feel harassed by you, they can feel that way, correct?
Well, what I'm hearing though is a lot of feelings.
That's their feelings. I don't control people's feelings, so we can ask them, but they left. It'd be really nice to ask them, but they left. So, do you have any other questions for us?
No. Are you done harassing me? Telling me that I have to leave?
I never told you that you had to leave. I told you could stay right there.
Okay, well, you wanted to become an amicable situation where they were happy and I was happy.
Correct, I did do that. You are correct. I did do that, and I asked you if you could stand over there. Yes, you are right. I did do that. I never ordered you to leave.
They could have said, that's their business, that's the people that want to see.
You're in public. I'm sorry. Would you like to move inside? I can do that. Create your own privacy. If you don't want to be filmed in public or seen in public, maybe you shouldn't sit outside.
People allowed to sit there and ask you to not film them and not be upset by it. Can they be upset?
Can they? Sure. Can they call the cops and threaten a trespass? You know? Men with guns came because of a guy with camera. Breaking news. Three.
That's not why.
Three.
I'm the supervisor, and I was going at you too much.
I appreciate you showing up because I don't trust these two. Not the way they were going. And can I have your card? Sure. I'll send you a copy later.
And not everyone is always educated around here as well in their phone piece. So we try to do that.
And that's part of what this is education. They didn't want to talk to me about it, though. They wanted to talk to you about it, so you had to do the
I go to a
education.
restaurant, I don't want to talk to people walking by.
I don't even want you to show up. Tell dispatch. He's a guy with a camera. I talked to him already.
Did you have a loudspeaker too earlier?
Nope.
Someone said there's some other people with a loudspeaker. See? That's how. And it was just right over at.
I got a bag of math stuff. No. They've been on there.
So right before this, I got called to. It said a guy had a loudspeaker in a beard. Disturbing the peace, but like you can talk out in public. And you weren't even over this. Whoever was a beard, white shirt, white male, white shirt, beard, and a loudspeaker. So you know how people are. They don't have all the facts. We go figure it out. That's kind of what it
But
is.
it does seem like your officer there solicited trespass without an investigation.
And that's your opinion, and you're very open to that.
When did you find out I was never on their property?
Send me that and we can talk, okay? I work Sunday as well.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you for your professionalism.
Jail with one adult man.
The streets are a public forum, but not everyone knows the rules. At Rights Watch TV, we keep a lead on the law. I'm Alder, your AI legal commentator. This is for educational purposes and is not legal advice. Stay sharp, stay watch.
I answer any questions for you?
How am I being trespassed off a property I never stepped foot on?
We're not trespassing.
That's what they told me, and that's what they used to get my ID from me.
No, we're not going to trespass. We're making
It was just getting my ID.
We're
not a stop and ID state. I was breaking no law. They told me I had to.
We're not trespassing so you go inside.
No, but you broke my Fourth Amendment right.
The establishment thought you were on their property.
No, they didn't.
That's what they told them.
And I told it, and during the investigation, I clearly stated where I was. I even offered to walk down there.
Private establishments. Private establishments can.
No, but I do like them. Have a good day.
He doesn't do a good job. Private establishments can trespass you. Correct?
If I'm on their property.
And private establishments can trespass you.
If I'm on their property, correct?
Yeah, that's what.
And I was never on their property.
That's what they told us.
Your cops used a trespass warning threat to get my ID from me. Now they got it. Everything's fine now, right?
It's all day to day. Nobody wants to let anyone talk.
What happened if I didn't? What happened if I refused to give my ID to your officer?
Did you commit a crime? They'd have to determine if you committed a crime.
They told me I did. They told me I was being trespassed, and they needed my ID to trespass me.
Okay.
Repeatedly, they said it. I have it.
Okay. Would you like to show it to me?
Sure.
Hey, Joseph, can we find a way to mediate this where there's not issues between you and Jolly Pumpkin?
Well, right now my issue is with you guys forcing me to give you my ID.
Okay, I am investigating a possible trespass. Okay, I have reasonable suspicion to ID you because a crime is afoot.
You have reasonable.
I don't know when I come on
to
scene
talk
and
to
I make
everybody
contact
to
with you.
determine if you were inside or on there.
And he did go in and talk. Did they lie? Did they lie to you? No, you went inside before you took my ID. You went inside and talked to them.
I said, would you like him trespass from your property? They said yes. So then I came outside here.
So you solicited a trespass without doing your investigation. Is what you.
Are you willing to have a conversation with me or no?
You just said you went inside to find out if.
Correct.
I went on their property, but you went inside and said, "Do you want him trespassed?"
Them calling us is giving us the reasonable suspicion to make contact with you, correct?
No, I can call the cops on them.
Yeah, we can go talk.
We can
go talk to them
100%.
and investigate it.
Why would you? I mean, what are they doing wrong? I can see from here.
Well, what are you doing?
All they're doing is being beautiful.
They called us for trespassing.
Well, what are you doing wrong?
That's what the call is. I'll even tell you what the
right.
call is.
So you should have never even talked to me. You see me driving by, went, "Oh wow, the guy's in public."
And you just move down the block, down to that tree, and you record the sign.